Yeah, well, back there, it wasn't just all great for me either. And it's just like, whoa! Everything rises up.
Pandora's box is open.
Right? You open up the box, and then what could have been taken care of at this level is now become. But you know why it goes that deep? Is because there's all these historical, unmet, unprocessed attachment injuries and wounds. And so all roads lead to Rome. You know, eventually you're going to get there if you stay in there long enough. It's going to come back to the things that you hate the most and that hurt you the most. And it'll keep coming back up. Okay. All right, contempt. This is attacking your partner's sense of self with intention to insult or psychologically abuse him or her. Typically, having a superior attitude, showing disrespect. This is the best predictor of divorce. It erodes the immune system. So contempt is like this, like sarcasm, rolling your eyes, right? Like making the person feel stupid, what they just said. Contempt, part of contempt is isolation. I'm going to shame you and isolate you. Right? You're not going to have any sense of belonging with me. I'm going to make myself very superior and you very inferior. So let's take a look at it.
Well, I know that I'm here and I want to hear what you have to say. And I can just listen. If you give me a chance, just let me listen.
Yeah, but a lot of the time I already know what you're going to say. Oh, it'll be alright. Oh, we'll get through it. Oh, we'll make it, it'll be okay. Oh, I love you. Oh, it'll be...
Is that provoking you right now when you hear that? I was looking around the room, a lot of you guys are like, can you attack this guy? So you can see contempt is really provoking internally. Like, what does it provoke inside of you? Anger, right? Wanting to defend, wanting to counterattack. It's so demeaning, right? Like it's basically you are so stupid. Things that you do, like wah wah wah, stop your crying. Okay, so contempt is horrible. All right, and then stonewalling is withdrawing from the relationship as a way to avoid conflict. This is like the still face response that we studied in this class. Partners may think they're trying to be neutral, but stonewalling conveys disapproval. It's icy distance, separation, disconnection, and or smugness. Stonewalling communicates indifference that leaves the partner wondering and in protest. So this is a really common one that we see, right? Stonewalling.
Stone.
I think she's stonewalling. He's all anxious, right?
What do you want to talk about the money?
Look, even if something under her head.
What about you want to talk about? On the money part.
Okay, so we're getting it right, stonewalling. The other one is belligerence. Have any of you guys ever seen the movie War of the Roses? Okay, it's belligerence. It's like intentionally doing things to hurt your partner. Like going in their closet and cutting off all the heels to their shoes, which was part of...
Wow! That really got you.
My shoes!
I would have never thought of that.
Yeah, so it's like really mean-spirited. It's also like a verbal abuse. Like, you stupid, fat, ugly person. Like, that's belligerence. It's this next level of contempt. Contempt is, I'm better than you are. Belligerence is, I'm actually going to say things and do things to hurt you. And that's really what borders into abuse, is belligerence. And so, of course, I mean, belligerent relationships don't last. And belligerent relationships honestly, that kind of verbal and physical abuse is very hard to treat in couples therapy. Yeah. Okay, so you guys need to identify what is your go-to of the 5 horsemen, of the 4 horsemen. Hopefully belligerence is the one. But of the 4 horsemen, which one are you most likely to lean towards? And that creates the most problems for you in an argument. Okay, so we'll start with the first one. Criticizers, raise your hands. Unite. This will be interesting to see what counselors tend to do. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait, 1, 2, 3.
I think 2 of them pretty equally, which is weird.
Okay, we can vote. You can vote on both if you really feel like you're equal.
Yeah.
You can vote on more than one if you feel like you're equal.
Okay.
Okay. So criticism is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm just looking at you guys to figure it out. All right. Okay. 12. Okay. How about defensiveness?
All of them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on defensiveness. Okay. So criticism is still ahead. How about contempt?
No one's gonna admit.
No one's going to admit to contempt.
Like,
Sure. There's contempt right there. I mean, there are not times where you're sarcastic and you go,
shoot.
Yeah.
come on.
Just sarcasm.
My wife, when we first got married, she was very sarcastic. Is how she communicated, and man, I nipped that in the butt quick. I was like, sarcasm is not going to work here for me. It's really funny because she did that for like 6 months, and she came from a really sarcastic home where they used sarcasm all the time, and no one was hurt by it. But for me, it was like, no, that's not funny. So she always say, well, I'm just joking. I'm like, that's not funny. It's really funny. She doesn't do sarcasm at all anymore, and I still rub it in. A little bit of injury still left there from 6 months of sarcasm. Okay, so no. All right, how many of you sometimes do contempt? Some of you never do contempt. You gotta be pretty angry, right, and be pretty hurt without contempt. Okay, all right, how about stonewalling? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stonewalling, I'm a little surprised. I'm a stonewaller. I'm a stonewaller until I get pinned in the corner and I can't get out, and then I come out with criticism.
Yeah.
And when I come out, guns are locked and loaded. And I'll use my psychobabble to manipulate like no other. Like you've got nothing you can say. I mean, I'm honed in, I'm locked down, and everything you say, I can flip it.
I would love to hear a fight between you and your wife because you both have that psychobabble that
Yeah.
you could both just be throwing at each other.
Well,
That would be great.
early on, she would just get helpless because I just spin everything, and by the end of it, everything was her fault, right? Because I was just moving so quickly in my head. I was just like 5 steps ahead of her. But now she doesn't tolerate that. She's like, cut your crap out, right? We know what game you're playing here, and I know it's not my fault. And I go, and then I'm back to it. And I'm back to you. Well, it's not 100% my fault. There we go. We're on going. Okay, so mostly we got criticizers and stonewallers in here, which is really common for the general public is criticism and stonewalling. I think defense also shows up for stonewallers. You know, they may decide to show up through defense. So the idea is that the more of these that are present, and the more often they're present, and the more how intense they are, they can create real problems in relationships. Yeah.
I see a real connection between my father's parenting style, which was don't question me, and what I say goes, the truth, and my tendency to stonewall because that was really my only option.
Right. Because you didn't have a voice. You had to stonewall. You stonewall with self-protection. Yeah. And you get easily, there's probably not a hopefulness that by talking anything will change. Or you get punished. Yeah, no receptivity, or you get punished because you keep talking. Right? That's what my dad was. Like I'd go say something, he'd say, huh? Like, I just went, what? You got something you want to say? Nope.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Right. Okay. All right. So what is more important than all of these? Trust. And so this is John Gottmen.
Build trust. Again, you can turn to research because research is going to tell you specifically what it is that increases this trust metric, and what it is, eventually, that helps us understand the dynamics of betrayal. Okay. Turns out that trust is built in very small moments, which I call sliding door moments, after the movie Sliding Doors. Because in any interaction, there's...
I really like that.
It's a good movie.
I've not seen it.
With
good.
Paltrow. It shows two different aspects of her life that we saw.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
way could go, she would have made this decision.
Oh, yeah,
to
right.
stay with this man, and what would have happened if she would have stayed. And
So it's like a watershed.
It really is
Oh,
like,
right.
and then at the end, it shows her going through the sliding doors, and she's, it's
Apparently it's on Netflix. Everyone.
yes, it's on Netflix. It's good.
Great.
Casey got that one.
Okay, sliding door moments. I like the concept of sliding door
Yeah.
moments. And then the very small moments, not in the big moments. No.
possibility of connection with our partner or turning away from our partner. Let me give you an example of that from my own relationship.
I think this is one of the most useful concepts he presents, turning towards or turning away. I think about it all the time. Like bids, or being thrown out to me by my wife, and am I turning towards or turning away from her? And those bids, and some bids, I can be honest with you, I'm not interested in. I have like zero interest in that bid. And yet I turn towards it because it's important to her. There's sometimes my kids throw out bids to me, I have zero interest in it. Like my
What's an example? Like, maybe what's an example of a bid?
that I
It's
know.
like I'm about to get married, so I'm like, what is
Yeah.
bids that like, 'cause maybe I shouldn't see it. Like,
Yeah, a bid. The bids can come in a lot of different forms. Like, hey, look over here. Right.
I've got a good example.
Okay. Yeah.
So I read a lot, and I'm frequently asking my husband to let me tell him all about the book I'm reading, and I'm 100% sure he's not interested, but he's very good at like, yeah, let's hear all about it, like everything you've got. Let's just sit here and do this. And it's very sweet because I know that I'm pretty sure he's not super interested in whatever novel I'm reading, or whatever. But I know he does it because he cares
Yeah.
about me. So.
Or a bid like, let me tell you about my day.
Yeah.
Right, which is the day that I don't really think is very significant at all compared to my day. And so, and as therapists, let me just tell you, there is no story that your partner will have that will compete with the story you heard that day. Right? And so everything is subpar. When they're like complaining about something going on, you're like, put that in my context, right? Wah 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 wah. So you gotta stay sensitive to that, because it's about perception, about their own experience, and they're gonna throw out bids to want to complain about certain things that really are off the radar screen, including you, right? A bid to talk about something like, hey, I want to talk about this after dinner. That's a bid, and you ignore it, or can you pause the game and let's talk about this? Or this is before DVRs. Love this one. Right in the middle of a sporting event.
You can't pause it.
I need to talk to you about something. Okay. Right? And it's really boring. It's like,
Can I wait 3 minutes and 30 seconds?
yeah, right.
Plus timeouts.
Plus timeouts. Right. So what I'm really saying is an hour. Yeah, or bids can come in forms of like request for something. Would you take care of this when you're done with that? And forgetting to do it, or whatever else. So, yeah, listen to those bids because they can come in a lot of different shapes and sizes. Sure.
So one night I was really wanting to finish a mystery novel. I thought I knew who the killer was, but I wanted to really find out. So I put the novel on my bedside and I walked in to the bathroom, and before I even got into the bathroom, I looked at my wife's face in the mirror and she looked sad. She was brushing her hair. So it was a sliding door moment. I had a choice. I could kind of sneak out of the bathroom and think, I don't want to deal with her sadness tonight. I want to read my novel. Now that really wouldn't define our relationship any, but because I'm a sensitive researcher of relationships, I decided to go into the bathroom. I took the brush from her hair and I said, "What's the matter, baby?" She told me why she was sad. Now, that moment, I was building trust. I was there for her, right? I was connecting with her, rather than choosing to think only about what I wanted.